Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel, and we're back today with another Dirty Harry movie, the third in the saga of Dirty Harry, The Enforcer. Yep, we're back. We're back, and I'm sure some of you will hate my takes on the movie, because that has been a thing for these movies, but most of you seem to enjoy it. Even though I've liked both movies so far, I've enjoyed both of them so far. I preferred the first one, thought it had a bit more of a nice visual style to it. It seemed to be directed with a bit more of a flair to it. But I have enjoyed both of them. So last time in the Dirty Harry world, he was dealing with some corrupt police who were just dealing out death as they saw fit because they didn't think the justice system was working, and they were just going out, killing the criminals just indiscriminately and in very violent ways. And obviously Harry stopped them. There was a cool action sequence around a disused boat, and, you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was a little bit more over the top than the first one, I found, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. No idea what this one's going to be. I believe we're still in the 70s, and that's what the vibe is going to be. But yeah, I have literally no clue what's going to be happening this one. And again, I have to stress this, from doing the first two movies, it is really interesting to me that it seems like everyone has a favourite of this franchise that's different, but on the other side of that, there are some where people are like, yeah, that one ain't good. But I've tried not to let that steer me too much. I'm just going to experience the movies as they come and make of them what I will, because that's what this channel is all about. And feel free to disagree with me if you like, that some of you do with these Dirty Harry movies, but, you know, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But I can't stress enough, I enjoyed the first two. But apparently I enjoyed them in the wrong way. Apparently. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. But before we jump in, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the video, the reaction, the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. That's reviews, reactions, gameplay, all the fun stuff. There are also social links down below, including the Discord server. If you like chatting about movies and TV shows, go on over there, join the community, help grow that. But that's everything. Let's jump into the third Dirty Harry movie, The Enforcer.
Where you headed, little lady?
Nowhere with you, numbnuts. Buzz off.
Wow, we're off to a grand start already. Amazing.
Hey, you guys wouldn't be going up to Mill Valley. Got a couple bottles of ice cold beer up there.
You son of a bitch.
Well, she's clearly up to no good, whatever it is. We're going to a shack in the middle of nowhere. This is not good. This is not good. We're in Friday the 13th territory now, boys. Or the Manson family, one of them.
Yeah, I'll be right with you.
These guys are like the definition of simps, right? They saw a girl and were like, yeah, sure. We'll trust you. we'll do anything. Why? What did the electric company ever do to you? What did they do to you? Why don't you like them? That sucks. Yowzers. Right, well, I guess we have our villain. Very just blunt and straight to the point.
This poor man's had a heart attack. I think he's still breathing, though.
Come on, get up.
What are you doing?
Come on, get up. You got the free meal, didn't you?
Yeah, but I always enjoy that ride in the ambulance.
Get out of here.
Just knew him. I know this guy, alright? Don't worry about it. Kind of respect it, though. Like, Harry did him solid. Harry did him a solid right there.
First, we want all the pigs out of here. Second, we want a car with a police radio.
It's turned into GTA RP now.
But what are you waiting for?
I mean, you made me lay on the ground. Can I get back up now? Harry's just going to be like, give me my gun, I'm going back in there and shooting them all.
Want a car?
Oh, he's just going to fucking drive in. He's just going to drive through the window. Harry, you do know they have hostages, right? You do know that. Gee! I think he shot him in the dick. I think he got him in the dick. Oh, he got him in the ass. And through the dick. He's just going for dicks today. Going for dicks. What the fuck is he? Okay, I thought he was using a grenade launcher. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
You took out 2 front doors, 1 front window. Not to mention 3 hostages in the hospital, all of whom will probably sue the city.
And I've got work to do.
But not in homicide.
What?
Being bumped
Been
down.
transferred to personnel.
To personnel.
Oh my god.
That's for assholes.
Oh god, this movie is definitely leaning more into comedy. Like, it's definitely leaning more into it.
Be 5 men and 3 women. Promoted to inspector out of this group.
3 women.
Do you object, Inspector?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, this is Ms. Gray,
Women?
her staff.
Women?
She's here to monitor these
By
examinations.
George, they
This is
can't be
Inspector
inspectors.
Yes, I know something of Inspector.
How long have you been on the force?
9 years.
What department?
Mainly personnel and records.
Personnel and records.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's probably the only opportunity she's been given. Let's be real about this.
Well, maybe you'll tell us about your best misdemeanor arrest then.
I've never made a misdemeanor arrest either.
Then what the hell gives you the right to become an inspector when there's men have been out there on the street for 10 or 15 years?
The woman's place is in the home. Is that what you're trying to say?
What do you think this is? Some kind of encounter group?
I get what he's saying. Like, you need to have some experience, but the problem is she clearly hasn't had the opportunity to do any of those things.
I'm just trying to find out if anybody in this room knows what the hell law is being broken besides cruelty to animals.
That's a conspiracy under Title 7, Section 182, Paragraph 1 of the California State Penal Code.
Hey, she knows the law. She knows the law. She just needs the opportunity, and hopefully Harry will see it.
Mickey.
Locate the law rockets. They should be somewhere in the back of the compound.
Right.
This is for the people.
Right on for the people.
Jesus.
That guy. This guy is just crazy. The rest of them are just like, we're hippies. We're doing it for the good of everyone. I suspect Harry loves those kind of people.
Hey, you got a phone I could use?
Oh, yeah, right this way.
Oh, that poor old man. That poor old man. He didn't deserve this. Oh, no, I suspect Harry's old partner, I guess now, it's gonna get killed. Harry's partner we just met is about to die.
All of you, hold it right there. Put those boxes down.
The other guy. There's one missing, isn't
Wait a
there?
second, mister.
You shut up and listen.
Yeah, there he is.
Just blink an eye.
You probably shouldn't have come in here alone. Just saying. Mr. Stabby Stabberson's gonna get you.
You too, honey. Forget it. She's dead.
She's not dead!
Hell, she is.
Fucking psychopath, man. Oh, he's alive. He lives. Harry's partners have, like, the worst luck in these movies. Jeez. These aren't very peace-loving hippie types, are they?
The punk that cut me. I've seen him before. That homicide, remember, Harry? The young hooker up in the Fillmore district. He was one of the pimps we questioned.
Alright, at least they have a lead.
The one they
Thank God for this guy living long enough to give this info.
I'll see you in my office in 30 minutes.
Ah. Alright, the others in this crew, questionable how I feel about them. Guy with the knife, he gotta go. That guy goes. I mean, they were all going for, like, fucking rocket launchers. They're probably all dangerous.
What we've got here is a well-organized group of militants with enough explosives to blow half of San Francisco away, including Law's rockets.
Yeah, they're tooled up. They've got some shit. So, you better go and kit it out, Harry. Although, knowing Harry, he's just going to be walking in with a 6-shooter, blow them all away. That's his style.
Partner? Oh, shit.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on, Harry. It's not that bad. Alright? Mentor her.
If you've all had a good look at the rocket, I'll demonstrate how it
Oh
works.
my god.
To fire the
Jesus.
rocket, first pull this pin.
I knew it was gonna
Open the
happen.
rear
I
cover.
knew it.
I'll demonstrate how effective this weapon can be.
To be fair, no one told her.
I meant to tell you how sorry I am about your partner.
It's not the first one I've lost.
Yeah, tell me about it. Jesus.
I know him from somewhere.
Tan suit?
Yeah.
What'd he do?
Can't remember. It's not important.
Probably important.
Definite indications that the killer clamped his left hand over the mouth from behind.
Professional.
Textbook.
So dealing with a military guy.
On first examination,
I mean, that's
no
pretty
exterior
clear,
damage to the
because
skull.
that's why he wanted military equipment. The fuck? It was important, Harry. The guy was important. And you ignored it.
You better check the mugshots.
Inspector?
Honey, do you mind we're talking? This is very important.
Let her talk, goddammit.
I just saw him.
Who?
There we
The
go.
tan suit and the hat and the briefcase.
Where?
Right down here.
Yep, that doesn't make you look guilty at all. Wow, nice hiding place. Nice hiding place. They didn't see you do that. Jesus. This music is something. It really is something. Jesus. Props to Clint Eastwood and the other actor. Like, it's clearly them doing a lot of this running around. Oh, there he goes. Not sure if that was them doing that bit, but they're definitely doing a lot of it. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's the nudity. There it is. I was wondering when it was going to happen. Obligatory 70s nudity. Literally was just there to have some boobs on screen. That's what that was for. And dick. And this foot chase is really going on for a while, huh? It just keeps going. Jesus, that looked like a hurt. And that was a weird cut.
So this man's under arrest.
Father, help me. I wasn't doing a damn thing. This guy just rousted me.
Would it be asking too much to see some credentials, officer?
I think you're a disgrace to this city.
There she got here. Jesus. How is he not out of breath, but she is, like, completely pooped?
Where's my partner?
She's in that can.
Oh, yeah, she's been in there since she found out that she was packing this thing in that briefcase all over half of San Francisco.
Harry, do me a favor.
I mean, it would be fucking terrifying.
Why? Did he do something else foolish?
Yeah. He and some friends of his were involved in a ripoff of the Hamilton firearms.
And blew up a bit of a police station.
Why should I want to help you, huh?
Well, because if you don't, I have to talk to robbery.
What are you talking about?
Room 401, Fairmont. Rest easy at the Holiday Inn.
Just taking stuff from hotel rooms.
One of my boys got busted on a possession charge. Now you get him off and forget about my interior decorator. And I'll see what I can do. Bobby Maxwell.
Where can I find him?
I'll check around. You go out there and put your ass on a line for a bunch of dudes who wouldn't even let you in the front door any more than they would me.
I'm not doing it for them.
Who then?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Interesting. I suppose you could just read into that however you want to. What the fuck is going on? Why? Why did that happen? Did Harry tell them to? Or I don't know. I feel a bit lost. Or did Harry just beat them there?
Wait a minute, what's this?
Well, these are some form letters.
Huh?
They'll do. Just so you hand them something for the cameras. The mayor will introduce you, hand you your letters of commendation, and then you'll each move off to the left, out of camera.
And then I'm going to take this opportunity to deliver
This
a few
complete show.
who seem to think the inspector has a right to know what he's being commended for.
If you're talking about the Mustafa bus, nobody smashed anything.
What?
In fact, I made a deal with Mustafa. He was going to help me find out who the people were. Another thing, Inspector Moore and I weren't even there.
What the hell's he talking about?
Doesn't it bother anybody?
So Callahan had no idea about any of this.
We'll find him.
That's what I thought, but I was like, did he? Did he not?
Callahan, you just got yourself a 60-day suspension.
Make it 90.
180, give me your
Oh
star.
my god.
There's a 7-point suppository, Captain.
What did you say?
I said stick it in your ass.
Classic cop scene right there. Give me your badge. And shove it up your ass. Okay, I was very confused. Like, I didn't understand. I thought, why would Callahan help them arrest him if he was making a deal with him? But clearly he had no idea about the whole thing, which makes a lot more sense.
If there's anything I can do, access to records or files, anything, call me up.
I might just do that.
Hey, look at that. The partnership. The partnership. It's coming together.
Maxwell's a prime candidate. He's a real tough cookie. Was in Vietnam, likes combat.
Well, we're good citizens. Why don't we post Mustafa's bail?
Bad idea.
Well, it looks like Harry's going to have to go above the heads of his bosses once again to get the job done.
You know, whoever draws you as a partner could do a hell of a lot worse.
Ah, compliment at long last. It finally happened. Like, she's been holding her own throughout this whole thing, really. I mean, kept pace in that chase sequence. She dealt with the autopsy pretty well until the people doing the autopsy were fucking about.
Man, this thing looks like something from a James Bond movie. Sure it'll work?
Carl, there's 25,000 volts in this thing.
The taser's new at this point.
Raise it.
I mean, they're fucking lucky there aren't any other cars around. It's literally just the mayor and them. He took the tires out. Oh my god! Was that necessary? Was that necessary? Jesus, that guy got fucked up. Oh my god! Alright, they all go. They're all out. I thought it was just one psychopath. Nope. They all need going.
I'm not going anywhere with you. The hell you want?
Alright, I got the mayor. That plan worked out extremely well for them.
They're running around with these dudes who call themselves the People's Revolutionary Strike Force.
Call them so?
Oh, yeah, they don't believe in that shit. They're interested in the bread. That's where the head's at.
Where do I find this one?
Okay, so they just want money. They don't actually give a shit. I thought they were going to angle for like, we're here for the people terrorists, you know what I mean? But no, it's just, give me the money. That's what it is.
You know what I bet you'd like? I bet you'd like to learn the love tussle.
Oh, gee, that sounds swell, but actually I was...
What it is $75.
75?
His face just dropped.
We're not supposed to do
Hey, you gotta learn the love tussle, man.
I see. For $75, you get to make it with a rubber dolly.
What the fuck is going on? I really was not expecting this. I hope that thing's been cleaned.
I ask you just one last time. Where's Wanda?
I don't know, Mayor.
This escalated. This escalated.
I'm looking for a tall brunette named Wanda.
This is a protected operation.
See what you are to me, little man. You're just a maggot who sells dirty pictures.
Jesus, that woman's head nearly came off. Oh my god. The height that Clint Eastwood can get on his leg never fails to not, like, impress me. It gets it so damn high.
She's been hanging around that little church down on Garvey.
To be honest, I have to say I've kind of lost track of all the names of the terrorists, if they've even said them all. I have kind of lost track of them.
Got the priest, John Bonas, Father John. Very militant, very big in prison reform. This is a list of the prisoners that took the seminar in San Quentin. Bobby Maxwell.
Is this going to be that priest that we met earlier on?
Funny priest. The bun.
Remember me? What are you protecting these people for? You know how many they've killed?
Sacrifices have to be made, mister.
I don't have time to argue religion with you, boy.
Fucking saved his ass.
Now, where's Maxwell?
Alcatraz.
Place to hole up.
Get the hell out of here.
Was our final fight going to be at Alcatraz? I mean, that's a pretty cool place to have a final fight. Oh. Jesus Christ. Love it. I love it. Oh, he's got this. He's got this. Oh! Okay, he doesn't. I fully expected him to make that shot. Done that time. Jesus, that's a tumble. Fuck. What a stunt. Fucking stunt guys who just throw themselves down the side of things. Fucking nutters, but it's always impressive.
You laugh at me, you bastard, and I'll shoot you where you stand.
Got him. Got him. Where's the other guy, though? Where's the other guy? I'm betting that Callahan is going to use that rocket launcher thing on Night Guy. And he's just going to get blown the fuck up. That's what I'm betting. Oh, she... Fuck! I was really worried that she was going to get fucking killed somehow. Mainly because of the track record of Harry's partners.
Get him.
Oh my god. That's actually annoyed me. That's actually annoyed me that that's happened. Here he goes. Here he goes. Just don't hit the mayor in the process. Jesus Christ. Well, he no longer exists, and the mayor is slightly singed.
Captain McKay speaking.
Fucking Captain McKay. Fuck
We
off.
have your money. The plane is waiting for you at the airport.
What the fuck do you think's happened? The thing's on fire.
The pilot of this helicopter will fly you and your men to safety.
The end. Oh, what a fucking dour note. What a dour note that ended on. Alright, that was Dirty Harry 3, The Enforcer. I'm not gonna lie, the ending has sort of pissed me off a little bit, so I'm just gonna start with that. So obviously, we had this new partner in the movie introduced. I can already kind of imagine the trailer that this movie might have had, like the Dirty Harry's back at it again, taking on the terrorists, but this time he's got a female partner. Like I can see that. Hold on, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now. I'm gonna find that trailer and see what they did. Let's see what they did for the trailer. Let's have a look.
San Francisco, sprawling, picturesque, dynamic, 8th largest cosmopolitan city in the United States. Like every big city, it has its share of crime and violence.
God! Don't let him kill me! He wants the car right now!
San Francisco is the only city with a cop like Dirty Harry.
What are you going to do?
Give him one.
Clint Eastwood is the enforcer.
So he is the enforcer.
The mayor of this pig city has been taken prisoner of war by the People's Revolutionary Strike Force.
What do you want?
You. What are you protecting these people for? You know how many they've killed?
Sacrifices have to be made, mister.
You got the wrong number, boy. We don't deal in violence.
What do you deal in?
Waiting for all you white honkies to blow each other up so we can
Move right on in.
You don't give up, do you?
Sometimes.
Not you.
Tell you what you are to me, little man. You're just a maggot who sells dirty pictures.
Harry's got a lady partner.
Oh, there it is.
This is a first for him.
There it is.
Now I want you very slowly to put down that weapon and then on the deck and spread your legs.
Are you kidding me?
And now Eastwood is back as the enforcer. The dirtiest Harry of them all.
Alright, back to my point I was making. The ending, it annoyed me so much because up until that point, I felt like for the time that the movie was being made, it would subverting what I would have thought the expectation would have been, in that he has this female partner, and at first you're like, how are they going to play this? Are they just going to play her up as she doesn't know what she's doing, she can't handle it, and it's just going to be Harry being like all macho and like in command, and you know, be just like this, she's just a hindrance, she's a liability. But actually, as the movie went on, it kind of proved that, you know, she was capable of handling herself. She actually dealt with situations. She only like faltered through the lack of experience that, you know, otherwise she wasn't able to get. So it's not necessarily her fault. And, you know, it was doing a good job. And by the end of the movie, it was like she's confident. She's grounded herself. She knows what she needs to do in these situations. And her reward for doing so is that she gets fucking shot. And that that sucks. I don't know. It just annoyed me. It rubbed me the wrong way that they decided to kill her off. I think the thing was that maybe annoyed me most about it is that I could sort of see it coming. That throughout the movie I was feeling, I think she's gonna die. I would be really impressed if she doesn't die at the end of this, and there it was. Like, I was hoping that they would subvert that and not have that be the case, and I think that's ultimately why it's not gelling well with me. But other than that, I will say I didn't hate this at all. It's a much more simple movie compared to the first two. Like, it's just bad guys are bad guys, they're trying to stop the bad guys, and it's pretty much that. Although I will say I wasn't as interested in these bad guys. Like, they weren't as interesting to watch, and I kind of got lost in who was who, and I just sort of stopped caring about them ultimately. Like, at first I thought that some of them were just going to be kind of misguided, and I think they kind of were, but they didn't linger on it at all with some of them. Like, they were just kind of, maybe they were misguided, maybe they weren't. No, okay, we're not going to really do anything with that. And ultimately, they're just all doing it for money, and they're a bunch of nutters who don't mind killing people to get money, and that's it. They're very simple kind of villain motivations, and I was kind of at the beginning expecting that maybe they might do something a little bit more interesting, but at the end, they're just bad guys. Bad guys are bad guys. They're very two-dimensional and not really fleshed out at all. I mean, they like say the head bad guy was at Vietnam. He's, you know, kind of lost it a bit, and he had the priest who was protecting them. But ultimately, a lot of that stuff was just I don't really care. I don't really care. Now, obviously, this may play into things that were happening at the time. I imagine that you know, after the Vietnam War, there were like soldiers who came home who were probably disturbed by events that they witnessed over there and how that affected them. And I don't know, feel free, for those who know, in the comments to let me know what this movie might have been drawing upon in terms of what was going on in real life at this point. Obviously there are elements that I'm not going to be aware of because I'm not American, I wasn't around at this time, and I feel like they were clearly trying to draw from certain real aspects that were going on at the time. So feel free to let me know about that stuff. I just think the way that the movie was handling it was like, it was more interested in just how Harry was going about solving the case, more so than trying to flesh out villains in any way. This movie seemed to actually lean into comedy a lot more. Like, it was trying to make jokes. It sort of knows when to send up Harry as a character and when to ground him, which I did actually kind of appreciate. I liked that there were parts in here where they kind of poke Harry with a stick a little bit, and you kind of laugh along with it, which I did kind of appreciate. There was a slightly ridiculous nature to how and I guess this is kind of the point to how the higher ups at the police station were treating Harry. Like, they kept demoting him, then re-promoting him, and this whole thing of like they can't make their minds up whether they need him or not. And you know, it's very much the point of it. Like, he's the dirty tool that gets in the muck and deals with the problems, but they don't want to have him there. They would rather not have him there, except they're not willing to do that part of the job, so they dig him up when you need him, kind of thing. And that kind of mistreatment, your employee not really having the standards and sticking to them, kind of thing. Like, it's like that is a theme that is there, but it is also kind of played up for laughs. Like, at the end, where all this shit has happened and we've lost a good person, and we just have the fucking guy coming in like, we've given in to all your demands. It's like, fuck off, get out of here. Like, he becomes very unlikable by the end. I also did like Kate and Harry's relationship and how it develops. Like I liked how when they first meet, he probed her about the law, and then she like has the answer. She knows the answer to the question, and from that moment he's kind of like, oh shit, maybe we should have given her a chance. Like, and then when he first finds her out that she's going to be his partner, he's like, oh god, like it felt a little bit more like he's gonna have to do extra work because he has to mentor her, but she should be at his level if she's being promoted to that position. It's interesting, but obviously I don't feel the film actually addresses this properly, but it's clear that, you know, the reason she doesn't have the experience she needs to do the job at the start is that she hasn't been given the opportunity to do so. Maybe the film could have like maybe been a bit more explicit about that side of it. But I have to say, I do like that they didn't fall into the trap of just making her hopeless. I was grateful that she came about and was actually handling herself well. She kept pace during the chase sequence. But you know, the inexperience was there, but you know, it felt like it made sense in the context. I just feel like the movie could have done a bit more. You know, if you're going there, go there, kind of thing. If you're going to explore the theme of like sexism within the police force, like, do it, I suppose. But like I say, I was happy that they didn't fall into the trap of her just being a hopeless case. Like, it was like she learned on the job, she got better as it went along, and she showed to be really competent at the police work, which I liked quite a bit. I was expecting the whole, you know, having the female partner to be kind of more of the A plot of the movie, but it really isn't that at all. It very much becomes the B plot. The A plot is purely Harry going around investigating, finding these terrorists, and how he's going to deal with them. That is the A plot, and it is just a lot of running around and interviewing people, threatening people, getting into some fights, getting into some foot chases. No car chase this movie, really. It wasn't really a car chase. We had the sabotage scene where, you know, they kidnap the mayor. That's the closest thing too, but honestly kind of surprised that there wasn't one. They had another good, like, ending place to have the final battle take place. Like, having it on Alcatraz was a cool idea. I like that. It's just the same as with the previous movie, having it on like a dilapidated boat that's been abandoned, like a big ship. So again, another good setting for the final fight. But yeah, ultimately in this movie, the only characters that I was really interested in or cared about at all were Harry and Kate. Like, they were the only two. Everyone else was either too small of a part to really care about, or they weren't fleshed out, or they were just flat out unlikable. Which, you know, in some instances is the point, and that's fine. I don't know, I just really wish, like, in the previous two movies, I felt like I really got the villains, and that's my hang-up with this one. Like, even if I didn't like the villains in those movies, I didn't like their motivations or what they were doing, I could definitely paint a picture of who they were by the end of it. Like, I understood who they were, what they were doing. Didn't agree with them, but I had a better understanding of them. Here, it's just, I don't know, just weak, you know? It's just kind of the weak, like, we're here for the money. And I think the thing that gets me more about it is that there was potential there to have them be more interesting and dynamic as a group. Like, we don't really explore the group dynamics of them, other than one of them is completely nuts and is killing their own team members when necessary, and, you know, is just in it for the money, in it for the killing, all that stuff. but we don't really get to explore how the rest of that group react to that at all. There's a setup for a lot of good potential to flesh them out, but it never really capitalizes on it. So ultimately, yeah, obviously this is my least favorite of the 3 movies that I've watched. But again, like I said, I didn't hate it. I didn't outright be like, this is god awful. I hate this movie. Why am I watching this? That never comes to me at all with it. Like, still, you know, watching Clint Eastwood do the Dirty Harry performance is still entertaining. And there are some good Dirty Harry moments in this movie, like, you know, driving the car through the store, you know, getting into the love tussle, that whole thing. He had the foot chase, which went on probably too long, but I appreciated that it did look like the actors were doing a lot of that foot chase, and there was some, you know, good jumping from building to building and all that kind of stuff. You know, there were some moments in here that were very enjoyable. I just don't think the plot was all there, really. It wasn't really grabbing my attention. And as I say, I started to lose, like, thought of who was who. Like, Wanda, I guess, was the one who left the star on the guy in the bridge room. Like, that was who Wanda was, but they kept saying Wanda, and I was like, who's Wanda? Which one's Wanda? We had the other one who died, so I guess it must be her. And I think that was part of the problem, that, again, because we didn't get to know any of the villains as individuals, really, other than the main guy, when they kept throwing names out, I was like, wait, which one? Who's who in this? So yeah, ultimately, I enjoyed a lot of the Harry stuff in this one. I actually did like the moment where he's being asked about why does he do this, because clearly the people you work for don't give a shit about you and they just kind of use you. So who are you doing this for? And then he says, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. That was actually a pretty nice moment. I liked the ambiguity of that, and you can kind of paint the picture for yourself. But there's enough there to sort of say, you know, underneath it all, he is just doing this for the good of it. Like, he's doing this to protect people, even if he has a very rough-handed way of doing it. And yeah, I liked that moment. That was a kind of a nice standout bit for him as a character. But yeah, good Harry stuff in here. Overall, I just find the plot and the villains very weak in this one. Definitely not as interesting as the previous 2. A couple of good action beats in here. It's always fun seeing action beats from like the 70s and stuff, because it's obviously a lot more practical. Actors are getting a lot more involved in it. Sometimes that can lead to some jankiness every now and again, but I just find it fascinating watching how that stuff is filmed and how they do it in this time period and stuff. So absolutely a flawed film, but with some entertaining moments in there tucked away. But definitely, as I say, my least favourite of the 3 that I've watched so far. That's The Enforcer. It's flawed, not as good as the previous 2. Some good Harry moments in there. Liked the ending fight being in Alcatraz, that's fun. But yeah, definitely my least favourite of the 3 so far. But yeah, there we are. That's The Enforcer. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button and let us know you liked it. It helps to get seen by more people. Also, consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. That's reactions, reviews, gameplay, and probably the other Dirty Harry movies at some point. So, if you enjoyed it, please make sure you subscribe. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.